Good morning, Sparky is here sorting out the electrics for the shed, basically the mains that runs into this old shed. So taking that out, burying it into an old wee shed that is staying. Right, this electric that runs there, basically just getting buried across to that wee hut so that the electrics are out of the way of the shed when it's getting flattened. I'm currently in hunt for a water pipe, so the trough that's not working is over there. And I think it runs somewhere, I think it might run from here out through that hedge and down. I've done a wee bit of digging. I got the divining rods out and you can see where I've made a mark there and there. Started digging, I found this white pipe, which I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it might be. So I'm on a kerosene tank to the house here, and there's a wee white pipe that comes out of there. So would they shroud the wee white pipe with a bigger white pipe? Pretty sure that white pipe isn't water, so I've missed it there. Just as well I've not got a digger, otherwise that would be dug through. I'm using my newly acquired divining skills. Actually works a treat, to be fair. I thought it was total black art magic nonsense, but it works.
Hi-ho, it's home from work we go.
Changes every time. Somewhere in there. I don't know if I'm just finding there's a drain out the house, but that shouldn't be running. Bloody hell. I don't have a Scooby where I'm trying to dig here. Stuart, who used to own this farm, remembers digging a track that way. Doesn't remember exactly where, but he dug a pipe in out the hedge, and then it went away down to the trough over there. My amateur divining rod skills tell me it's somewhere between that patch of grass and that table. I found some frogs down my Toby hole. I pulled two out and there's another two down there. Come on, you bandits. There you go, pal. Somewhat. I think this is a family. Anyway, let's go put them somewhere that they're not going to fall down that hole again. No, not in that hole, you... Oh, you stupid thing. Chuck you in the bushes. Oh, look at that, you're stuck again. Nice one. Right, in with your pal. Anyway, what I was saying, the Toby key. So the Toby line's obviously at that depth, so I made sure and dug my hole over here, deeper than that. So we're not at water in this hole, so I'll start going left and right now. And fingers crossed we find something. No luck so far. I'm going to extend by another metre this side and a little bit that side. If I don't find it then oh, I don't know.
Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way.
Progress report. Lots of mess. No actual findings. I dug down to where this Toby was. That was a bit of pipe holding up the Toby there. There's the valve. It's an old metal pipe into the house. Sorry, I've just swallowed a fly. There it is. I'm going to have to pull the plug. I need to go into the police station to hand my gun licence in. I was meant to do it a couple of weeks ago and forgot. We've had a monstrosity of a pallet come to the shop. Packed by a plonker. Look at that. Heavy cans and jars up the top, crushing all the other stuff down the bottom. We've sent pictures to the supplier, because no doubt there'll be stuff on there that's damaged. And if you don't have pictures, they're not interested. Good morning. I am on shop opening duty. Dad usually is the security man who does all the shop stuff, but he's away at the moment. To anyone who has bought hats over the recent weeks, thank you very much. There's just a few left. Got through a fairly decent sized batch, so thank you very much. If you fancy them, there's no blue ones left. There's a few red, a few khaki and a few green. There's a link down there to get the last few. Welcome to the butchery. The butchers are usually the very first in the morning, and then the bakers, and then maybe some more kitchen staff, and then everyone else. There we go, we even got an award, Scottish Butcher Club Challenge. I think it's to do with like the display of your cabinets and all that. Anyway, we've won it for the last 2 years. I think it's only been going the last 2 years. Happy days, nice trophy that. Job done, shop opened up. Nipping round the cows this morning. Touch wood, everything is looking well at the moment. There he is. Big boy. You get a nice vantage point up here. This is one field, but they like to split off these cows into two groups. One group there and the next group here. Okay, I've got the lawnmower here. This is the field of sunflowers this year, where I need to cut out the path. We're going to try and maybe do like an evening event type thing on the weekends. So I need to cut a separate bit for that. We're maybe also going to add, we get contacted by a lot of photographers asking if they can hire out a space, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to cut out a specific space for that as well. I'm going to actually try and draw a big 20 over there because we were 20 years old, the farm shop this year. So I need to do that. Other than that, there's no like big grand drawing of Scotland or the outline of Doddy, which is behind me. I'm just going to keep it simple for the sunflowers. I'm needing to nip in for diesel. Oh, it's going to be tight. Get the revs up, burn it all. 18 sweet litres. Right, we're off. We made it to the diesel stop. Right, to throw the drone up here, I've done one path, so basically we have two paths. One short path which has got like 4 or 5 different games on it for kids. Postawelli, Jumbo Jenga, Nuts and Crosses. And then we have a longer path which has no games, but that's purely just like a nice long walk. Also, the rye's starting to turn a bit. Don't really know how long it's going to be. I mean, just roughly from looking at it in the moisture, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks? I don't know, never combined it. Anyone who knows what kind of time are you combining rye? Obviously, if you're down in the depths of England, then we are roughly 2 weeks later than you for most stuff. It's a bit nerve-wracking doing this 20 by hand. It doesn't look perfect, but it's fine. Anytime I've done drawings before, like some Doddy, and Scotland the year before in the sunflowers, it's all GPS, whereas I just free-handed that, and if you go wrong at all, you're stuffed. Done. Doesn't look like much from here, but I took a tiny wee drone shot because my drone was on about 8% battery, so it's just a snippet of what this all looks like now.
Can I get your hand to ride on? Just a piece of leg to bite on. But I'm not to fly my kite on. Do you?
Stay. Get it. Who's going to finish theirs first? Got to be Baxter. He just breathes it in.